Hey everyone, this is Tyler from Three Brothers, and here with me is.
Ryan.
Uh, and Thomas.
Oh, it feels so weird without me at the end, doesn't it? I
Yeah.
need to be at the end.
Say yourself twice.
It's like
Yeah.
Sora, Donald, Goofy in Kingdom Hearts. It needs to be in that order.
Yeah, you can't say Donald, Sora, Goofy.
It just sounds foreign. So,
Weird.
it has been a couple weeks since we played. Oh, cool. That's also the special. Um, Probably gonna be a little bit scuffed, but I spent a couple minutes just remembering the movements and whatnot.
Oh, I thought you were practicing off stream this whole time. I thought you were ready to
No.
show up.
No, I have not practiced at all. But we got my favorite weapon this time, so I've got high hopes.
You're not gonna get any of the powers you want. I'm sorry.
I'm not. I know I'm not.
For a good time, beware the fancy glowing bozos on my quest. Check.
Sure.
Sounds good to me. All right, let's see it, Ryan. What do you got going? Let's see what the first boon is. That'll like set the tone.
Ares. Ares. Fuck!
Haha!
That's the worst.
It actually is terrible. Unless you get the ultimate.
Yeah, the
Ultimate's
ultimate's
pretty
not bad.
One shot a boss or two.
Honestly, not as lewd as they could have been with her. Very respectful.
Tasteful lewd.
Yes. I wouldn't even say it's any kind of lewd. It's like more artistic.
That's why it's tasteful.
What do we got? Special, cast, dash. I'm gonna go with the special.
Yeah, it's the best by far.
So we were having a little bit of a conversation, but we decided to talk about it during the episode, because why not? Thomas, would you like to continue?
Good thing I'm dead.
Yeah, do you? Oh my god, should I say the story about how I almost died? Okay.
Yes.
Wait,
So
is
I
that
think it was
related?
terrifying.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
legit something that happened. So last Thursday I was squatting heavy. The squat rec by gym was taken, so I just went to like a really just like a tower. It's a bunch of just pull-up bars that has like attachments to put like barbells on. So there's no like safety spotters. And safety spotters are like just the bars that come out, or sometimes it's like ropes in the shape of like big U's to like hold the bar if you're like going down, like if you can't support the weight.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have that. And I wasn't expecting like max, but I was feeling really good with my squats. I don't remember why that was, but I started really slow. I was doing 405 squatting, and I was like, okay, this is going good. Like an easy 6. I was like, okay. I mean, going slow, getting deep. Moved it up, did 455. I was like, okay, this is
Let me ask a
like,
question real quick. 405 and the next number that you said. That's relatively easy for you, yes? Like
Yeah,
you
I
weren't
mean,
doing that tedious of stuff. I just wanted to, for the viewer and myself, like keep that in mind.
it's 400 pounds, but it's not unmanageable.
Respective of Thomas's strength, it's relatively easy.
Yes.
Like it's not near the max out like level or like the exertion level. Because like
Right.
if you're able to do 6 reps of something, it's like it is an easily maintainable like repping weight for you to like be working sets with.
Okay.
So he's right in like the optimal working range, and then from what I understand, you like took it further because you wanted to go like heavy 2s, right? Is that what you did?
Yeah, because I mean 405, I was still warming up, so
Okay.
that wasn't even like a working set. I typically do like 135, 225, 315,
just
405.
45 gains.
Yeah, I rep it up, just to get warmed up.
Mhm.
Ooh,
And the
nice.
higher up in weight, the less repetitions, just because you don't want to overexert yourself
You'll
before.
burn out.
Son of
your
a
working
bitch.
set. So I was getting up there. 455 was like my working set. And I was feeling really good. So I'm like, okay. My max, just figuring it out, should be like 525 roughly.
Yeah.
So I've done 500 before. I mean, this was like a few months ago, and I was like, okay, I should be able to do 505 easy. So I get a spotter. So like, yeah, like it's going heavy. I haven't done 500 plus ever, but I haven't done 500 in a while. So I get this guy to spot me. He's like, yeah, man, that's cool, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, no.
So I get there, you know, barefoot, per usual. I got chalk for my hands, belt, knee sleeves.
You're gripped up. I like
Yeah,
it.
so I'm getting there. I go 505 for one set deep and slow, but that wasn't like fully intentional. It was just I wasn't
Controlled.
used to 500, you know. And I think I went too deep, but I was pulling up, and I was like, okay, this took a lot out of me, like more than I was expecting. And the spotter's like, come on, you got this, blah blah. You know, just that cliche like.
Being,
go.
Yeah.
being supportive.
Yeah, just like let's go, let's fucking go.
See,
And,
it wasn't Ronnie Coleman, because if it was Ronnie Coleman, you would have gotten that weight up. You'd be like, lightweight, baby! Lightweight!
Yeah, my biggest
You've been
regret is
hyped.
not. My biggest regret is doing 800-pound squats just twice.
Oh, shit.
So
Buddy.
I'm at the top before I go down for my second rep, and I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. Like they took out that much, but I'm listening to the dude. I'm like, okay, I got a spotter.
You
Like I
gotta
should
do
be
it.
fine. So I'm going down slow, and like every centimeter I'm lowering down, I'm like, I do not got this. I'm like, I don't got this.
You
I
like
don't got
feel,
this.
you like
What-
feel the blood pressure rising as you're taking on the weight.
How
know what I
fast
mean?
was it coming down?
Oh, slow. I mean, it was still controlled, but it was
Something back home.
slow because I was starting to lose that like
Yeah.
that pressure. Like it, cause when you wear a belt, you keep it tight and you hold your breath in because it creates this like real like a lot of pressure in like your gut,
Okay.
holding like your spine into place and like tightening your core. And I was just like losing that,
Oh my God.
just from going down too hard, and you know maybe like a 10-second dip, which is way too long for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So by the time I was down, I'm like, I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
So I'm down. I'm dead at parallel, and I just try to go up. And you when you lift weights and you're maxing out, I don't know if
You
you've done
know.
that, Brian, but I know Tyler has, where you're pushing as hard as you can, and you're just like stagnant, like you're not moving.
The scariest feeling ever.
And so I push up to start my upward motion, and just I was like, nah, like it's not there. Like I know for a fact it's not there, and I'm like, nope. like no, I don't have this. And so I'm lowering down more, because right when I knew I didn't have it, like you lose that like psychological edge
Sure.
in lifting weight. So I'm like, I don't got this, I'm going down. And I'm like slowly going down below parallel, and the spotter tries to get in, and for spotting squats, the spotter like actually gets up like right behind you, and he puts his like closed fists up against your pecs, and he essentially like does the squatting motion with you.
You're
And
like
it really,
your hips into the other person's hips. to make
Yeah.
it go up.
because you're essentially you're using their leverage to like help you lift the weight, but he tried to get under, but he was like, nah, like I can't. He couldn't.
He was not doing what was recommended, right?
Well, I think it was just like he was shorter than me by like a few inches. Maybe he was probably like 5'10", maybe 5'9", but like I was so low that like you just couldn't get under. And so I'm holding it, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do, because I don't have the safety spotters. I don't have the those like hooks to get the weight. I'm just fucking down with 500 plus pounds just across my shoulders with nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, what the fuck am I gonna do?
Hold
So
backwards.
the thing I can think of is I just have to roll this off my back, like just let it go behind me. But I'm thinking like and I can't see obviously because there's no mirrors for me to see behind me. So
Yeah.
like if my spotter's behind me, and he doesn't know I'm dropping, like it's just gonna fucking snap his femurs, you know.
Mhm.
So I'm like, I gotta drop this. and I just fucking let go, hoping he's not behind me, and it makes this massive crash, like just this
And everyone looks.
yeah, it was
Aw.
super loud. And I'm like in this auxiliary portion of the gym, so there wasn't many people, but it like echoes really loud.
Yeah.
So it cracked. When the weight, I got out from under it because I was worried also about like it fucking just destroying me.
Yeah.
It like hit me in half, but like it clipped the back of my belt, like the top of my belt. It like clipped, so it kind of like pulled me down with it.
Oh.
Which
scary.
it wasn't like painful or anything. It just kind of like the little edge it took, it just got me to like come back a little bit. So I dropped the weight, I fell back, and everyone's like, "What the fuck?" You know, because they're thinking like I just died. Like there's a person that just died, like spine injury, knees are fucked. You know.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there going like, nothing's hurt. Like nothing is. There's no like excruciating pain right now. Something I'm like, I fucking did it. Like I didn't get, you know, nothing torn, nothing like out of socket or anything. So I get up and I'm standing there and I'm like, holy shit! Like I feel completely fine. And the spotter is like, are you okay? Because he's like freaking out because, you know, you just ditched the
He
weight.
fucked up.
Yeah, I just ditched the weight and that was that. And I was like, yeah, man, I'm okay. I just had to get out from under it. Like, I'm just making sure you're okay. Like, that was my biggest fear. Is I just dropped the weight and you're the one fucking catching it. And
Yeah.
you're, like, you know.
You're behind me, and there's 500 pounds coming down on top of you. Or like, you were there?
Or you try to catch it and you just, like, tear both of your biceps simultaneously.
Oh, yeah.
But, so he was fine. And I have to do, like, that fucking, like, deload the weight just off the ground
Awkwardly.
even though
Yeah.
I was trying to squat it and I just had to pull all the weight off.
Yeah.
But he's just like, dude, are you sure you're okay? I'm like, yeah, I actually feel totally fine, which is
The
like
adrenaline's
really
hitting right now.
surprising. So I finished my workout and so on. It was kind of like that embarrassing shit, but at least I didn't die. And as I'm driving home from the gym, like just the realization of just like that little bit of shock, like I almost fucking just ate it, like really badly. And the spotter was like, yeah, you must be pretty flexible because you're not injured at all. And I was like, dude, I probably held that bar in that position probably for like 45 seconds before I actually like just dumped it off, before I like actually got up to the, oh fuck, I have to do this.
Oh, what it felt like.
Got you.
Yeah, but like
Like-
my lower back's fine. Like my knee hurts just from jumping rope. But like I'm legit surprised that like there's no lingering issue with what happened.
Yeah. Looked out, man.
Yeah, for real.
I know we were talking about this like when it happened, because you were like, "Hey, did that kind of shit ever happen to you?" I was like, not to that extent. I like looked out a lot, but
I mean,
I would have
it's
been in shock for a minute.
it's because I didn't have those safety spotters. Like I failed 500 before, but I had those that I
Yeah,
was in
the
the
bars.
I was in the rack, so it didn't
Yeah.
affect me.
Yeah,
But,
I feel that.
doing that without like a like any assistance, it was just like fuck, you know.
Yeah, it's one of those decisions you don't regret until something bad happens. You know what I mean? You're just like, oh yeah, everything's fine. I'll just do my weight here, and that's fine. Like nothing. Like you don't expect it bad things are gonna happen.
Never been this far.
You know?
Yeah, but I got it for one. I should have just, listened to my body and be like, I can't get this for two. Like, I just need to
Yeah.
take the victory.
If your hype man was good enough, you would have gotten the second one. He was only good enough to convince you to start it, not finish it.
Dude, I know, right? Well, because I was thinking, I did the second one because I was like, I got the spotter here.
Yeah.
He can, but he came in too late when I was just too far down, and yeah, I was.
Yeah, you had no leverage. You had no leverage.
Because I remember having like spotters in track at the gym, and the amount of like effort it takes to squat when there's like a really competent spotter helping you. I mean, you just fling right up. Like it's really nice.
It's
But that
really,
didn't happen.
It's really awkward for people that do it to strangers because they're like, I don't want to like low-key hump this dude. You know, it's kind of gay. It's like, no, no, no. I'd rather live. So
Dude,
you
I'd rather
should...
be humped to death than fucking carry that weight again.
Yeah,
What I
right?
think too is like the guy who was spotting me. He was like a former powerlifter and like a powerlifting coach. But I think just doing that much, I don't think he was prepared to do that much weight. You know, like I should have got like a dude that his max is like
ready.
700 or something.
Yeah,
You know?
someone that was ready for it rather than like they used to do it or they've like coached people to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, or someone who's like his max is 550 or something. Like I needed someone who had more of that squatting background.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Like that seems just like he messed up spotting. In all honesty, like sure you didn't get it, but like he should have had it. You know what I mean? That's the whole point of him being there.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Well, he did seem to take like some of the effort, or not some of that, some of the blame. Because I mean, I was super apologetic. Like, yeah, I didn't want to drop it, but you know, I had to, and I was just trying to make sure that you weren't there because that would have fucking ruined his life.
Oh
You
yeah.
know? Like that
Well,
would.
it's like ruin your life, you ruin his. Like you know, like it's 50.
Oh, I'd rather ruin mine than ruin someone else's. You know, because I was the one that took on that fucking consequence. You know.
Yeah, I see it.
Or took on that risk.
You know,
But-
we both played bad. That's the kind of situation you were in.
Yeah, I think tomorrow if I squat, I'll just do like a low bar.
Yeah.
So I mean that'll be
Just
fun.
something nice and gentle.
Yeah. I'll just hold like a 25-pound plate and just squat like 6 times.
People are like, that's the guy that dropped 500 pounds. And then they're just like, you just got like kettlebells or like you're just goblet squatting. Like,
Yeah, just body weight squats from now on. Like that's all it is.
dude, that's the kind of shit that like made me quit like doing that powerlifting kind of shit. Because that stuff is just scary and I don't want to deal with it anymore. Like sure, like if you do proper technique, like it shouldn't happen, but like when it does, like I don't know, I'm like shook for a day or two at least.
I mean, you're always gonna have that risk when you lift, but I think with powerlifting, it's such like a dick measuring contest that like you just want as much weight as you can. Obviously with proper form, but
I mean, in
Yeah.
powerlifting, you're not getting proper form. You're hinging that shit because you want to make it happen. Like, you know, like, we both know that. Like, you think your deadlifts are perfect when you're doing 600 pounds? No. It's never gonna happen.
well, I definitely got for that first rep. It was definitely like picture perfect form. Like it was deep, nice slow, nice control, nice pause at the bottom. Second one, nah, I got it. You know, the 3-part process I failed after the second part.
That's right. You show me. So, Ryan, I don't think you were able to see this visual, but he, like, sent me, like, a diagram of someone squatting. And he was like, I failed right around between parts 2 and 3. I was like, oh no, that's, like, the worst place to fail. It's like when you're dropping.
So, like, I'm assuming that is the most important steps.
Getting back up, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the point 2 and 3 is, like, not something you can just skip. So, yeah, that's the...
Yeah, so it's like 1 is you have the bar, 2 is you're down, like at like parallel, and then 3 is like you're standing back up. And he
See,
was like, yeah, I
I
failed getting back to 3. I was like, oh no.
I don't know if I ever told you this or if you remember, Tyler, but I actually took a weightlifting class for like a quarter in high school.
Yeah, no, I remember this.
Yeah, and some of it does seem familiar, but this is also like
while.
close to 20 years ago. So a lot of this does seem familiar, but it's also like, you know, 1 second. Dash deals damage and can deflect, or after you take it. Okay, dash.
Dash is sick.
Yeah, I
That's
want
such a
that
good
for sure.
dash.
Like I remember the deadlifts for sure, and I remember
Deadlifts are
doing
my
1 rep
favorite.
maxes, and my god. We did those once, and that was rough. But other than that, we spent like, wow, that is super strong. So we spent like 1 day a week on like legs, 1 day a week on arms, then chest, and so on, so on. Pretty typical, right? And then,
That bro split.
Yeah.
huh?
Well, it's high school.
Yeah.
I'm live.
And I really enjoyed it. But unfortunately, that was also the last year at that school, and we were homeschooled the following year.
Yeah, I remember that.
Shit.
Shit pickle. Yeah, no, that's Oh, what was I just thinking of?
Probably the
those
homeschool, but I doubt that's related to what you were gonna say.
No. Deadlifts used to be like my favorite thing to do, and then I got like an injury to my shin that left a permanent indentation in my bone.
Oh, God.
So now when I deadlift, I have to be very mindful that I don't get caught on my own like dent in my shin.
How
'Cause then it
easy is
just
that
kinda-
to happen?
It's about like a 1/4 inch divot, so it's pretty. If you're like hugging your shins like how like I do at least, or how I used to, like it would fall into place. And I
Okay.
would have to like be mindful to like extricate myself from that situation because it would hurt. you pull the bar like into your own shin, you
Mhm.
know.
Just get like long socks or shin guards.
Would that work?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
that's
it
super
does.
common.
Yeah,
Among like strongmen and powerlifters, just wearing like really thick socks.
Well, there you go.
it
It-
it does work, but like I feel like the divot as the bar travels still.
Hmm.
So like it just feels weird. Like I just have to be mindful of like what I'm doing. So like I don't really do like super heavy deadlifts anymore because like it's unsafe to keep it slightly
Oh,
away from
man.
your shins. Oh, that's
You
not
have to do like Romanian.
yeah. I do like a mix of Romanian, and then like I'll still do deadlifts, but like it has to be like weight that I can control, like that I know I can control.
Okay. I mean, of the three, I mean, deadlifts are by far the safest. You just drop the fucking weight. You know, like if you can't
Yeah.
pull it, just go down, just drop it.
Well, no, the problem is that fucking hurts because like it'll get caught in the like let's say you're just like pulling up, right, and you're not being mindful of it, like it'll get caught in the dent in my shin and it'll like run into the bone like above it.
Oh,
It
Jesus.
just hurts. That's why I'm like, no, I don't want to. I want to be careful.
Yeah, you need like shin guards or
Yeah.
something. Oh, that's really what you just. That might help. I mean, especially like the psychological, like
Oh, yeah.
edge, like that might help a lot.
Just the fact that like I know I'm not gonna be in pain. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
fuck up your leg anymore.
Yeah. But
Uh,
that's pretty much where I'm at with that. Like, I don't know. Powerlifting was always fun stuff, but it's kind of like I don't have to do that anymore. Like, I don't care about being the super big strong man. We got Thomas for that now. Thomas is the big strong man now.
oh yeah, I'm a big strong.
He always
boy.
has been, but even more so.
Yeah, I like hypertrophy work, but just I don't know. Strength training's just fun.
It
Um,
is. It is.
But gains.
I do like watching the numbers go up. Don't get me wrong, but now I'm happy watching the numbers go down.
No, I feel you. I think too is as I'm losing weight, like, I mean, you're losing strength too.
Oh, yeah.
And it's hard to gauge that. So it's I you know I think that was one of the issues too that I just overlooked is I might not be that strong anymore just because you know losing weight.
Oh, for sure. And if you're working out on a deficit, it's even harder to do shit like that because you don't realize how drained you are. Like you just don't. Like you'll feel fine during your workout, and then like you'll get halfway through like your workout and you'll be like, oh geez, like I just feel tired.
I mean
Like,
that's
that's
how
why-
it is with deadlifts. I mean that just drains me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, deadlifts are always the fun one though. I love deadlifts.
Do you what do you wear?
I don't even wear a belt anymore. I pretty much.
You're going light, aren't you? That's what.
Yeah, but like even when I go up to like 400-ish pounds, like I don't need a belt. I never have.
Damn.
Um, even like I think the only time I ever used a belt was for when I was learning squats and deadlifts, like back in the day, and that was like when I was maxing my squats and deadlifts, like for like when I did like the
Fuck!
competition stuff.
Oh, get good.
Oh man,
I'm just glad I got to the second boss.
you did good.
That was not ideal. I did not get a good power set that I felt comfortable in, but, yeah. I think my lack of talking helped me concentrate quite a bit.
Yeah, Thomas carried the storytelling this one. It was a fun time.
Yeah.
I enjoy listening to Thomas's stories personally.
Yeah, me getting injured or almost fucking ruining my life.
It
Yeah.
was interesting. I'm sad that was the subject matter, but
Well, I mean, you lived, so that's the bright side that you could take away
Yeah.
from this.
yeah, don't do 500 pounds too soon.
I mean,
Yeah,
I got it, so
maybe he's into it.
do it for single, not for doubles. That's
Yeah,
the
right.
problem.
Yeah.
And just use the squat rack.
Do it if you're single. That's that's the title of the episode.
Dude, the first time I did 500, like months ago, I failed the first time, but it's
Oh, yeah.
really funny to fail squats when you have a rack, because you pick the bar up, you take it off the I guess the rack, you put it on your shoulders, and as you're going down, you're gonna know if you can do it or not. And I
Yeah.
was like, nope, and I just I just like took it all the way down and just hit the rack and just got out from under it. Like, it was a
Yeah.
fucking waste of time. Oh my god! Then you have to like deload it, then take
Oh.
the bar, put it up, like put the weight back on, but just like, because it's like for those like lifts, those really heavy lifts, you gotta like get that mental edge and be like, let's fucking do this. But just to like end it in 15 seconds of just like, nope, hit the, just hit the bars, just get out from under it. Like, you just look like a complete prick. Like, it just sucks.
like wow, you were totally ego lifting there, and you're just like, no, my program says I can do it. I know I can
Yeah.
do it. I swear, and it doesn't matter because you're just sitting there deloading a bar. Oh, it's the worst. That's happened to me a couple times.
I think that's gonna do it for this episode, guys. We'll be back
Yeah.
next time with some more Hades. And
Yeah.
thank you for the stories, Thomas. You really delivered on this one.
Oh yeah, I forgot that we're just actually streaming. I was just talking for like 25 minutes.
I
We
mean,
were all in there.
yeah, we were in there. We're
Yeah.
keeping people engaged with the conversation. This has been Ryan.
And Thomas.
And Tyler.
See, that sounds a lot better. Thank you for watching Three Brothers. See you next time.